Yeah, I know a lot of y'all are not in here yet. My family up there in Chicago, y'all know we were on this all day long. We've been super busy all day long. And right now, I know there are not a lot of people that are in here right now. I know there are not a lot of people in here right now, but yeah, I don't expect there to be a lot of people in here right now. But the big news is, ladies and gentlemen, is Beetlejuice is gone. She is gone. Done. It's over. Sayonara. Dos Fredania. Gone. Gone, gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, 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 gone. Beetlejuice is gone. Beetlejuice is gone. Gone, 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 gone. Beetlejuice is gone. Beetlejuice is gone. I know. Again, I know YouTube is not going to alert a lot of you guys that I am live right now, which it doesn't matter because people can always go back and watch it. Yeah, I did a whole lot of brightening it up in here. Yeah, I turned some lights on. I should go turn some lights back off to give me more of that dark, cool, whatever type mode we had going on in here. But no, I'm not going to get up and go do anything. I'm going to sit here and bask. And sometimes you feel like all the different speeches that you do, all the talking that you do around the cities and around the areas in Illinois, exposing stuff that goes on in this city. Thank God, people of Chicago, I hope they listen this time. I really, 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 really hope that they listen this time. Chicago Mayor Lightfoot of Chicago, she lost her bid for a second term. She lost her bid for a second term. The Associated Press said a resounding defeat that reflected widespread dissatisfaction from voters over her handling of crime and policing in the nation's third largest city. Yes, Lori Lightfoot was absolutely 100% terrible for Chicago. Absolutely terrible. She, not to Chicago, and I told you I moved from there. I don't care who's going to be the next mayor. Nothing will probably get me to move out of Chicago because, to be quite honest with you guys, I think when it comes to culture-wise and all that, they're too far gone. But at the same time, this could be, let me take these things off. I don't need these right now. I don't need to hear myself talk. But at the same time, this could be a nice little foundational thing for what may possibly be a somewhat better future. Bringing all the woke ideology there, bringing all the crazy stuff. She shut down small businesses. She was forcing people to try to show their vax card and all that. She turned her back on the police. She incited violence herself and did not have nothing brought against her like they did for Trump. She sat there and said, this is a call to arms. Y'all remember all that? I am so glad that this so-called woman who claims she has a penis bigger than, oh, please, lady, stop. I'm so glad. And I hope she is embarrassed. I hope she is pissed off. I hope she is crying. I hope, you know what, I hope that her cry, when she cries, she probably looked better when she cried than when she just makes a regular face. But thank God this chick is gone. Family in Chicago. Y'all vote mattered. Thank y'all for listening to your distant cousin, listening to your cousin, your great nephew, Chicago, my family in Chicago. Y'all know who y'all are. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Trust me. I'm glad y'all trusted me on this. I'm glad y'all listened to me. I'm glad I got a lot of y'all that didn't even care about voting. That's like my age and under, between 18. I'm glad I got y'all to get out there and go and vote. Did y'all vote have a big significance on this? I'm going to say it did because y'all weren't voting like that before. Thank God that the different speaking organizations I did around there, it got to some of y'all because it is showing that you guys are wanting change, but we not going to jump on. Yeah, Beetlejuice is gone. Highwayland, she is gone. That ugly chick is gone. Forgive me, y'all. I usually don't tell people nothing like that, but I mean, not that I'm saying it to be mean, but she is ugly. 4 years ago, Miss Lightfoot made history as the first Black woman to be elected mayor of Chicago when she swept all 50 of the city wards. But she saw her popularity plunge during that C19. It went down as Chicago suffered a spike in violent crime. We already were crazy when it came to crime. We were like murder capital of the world for a long. I mean, whew. But when COVID hit, she was letting stuff happen. We sat there and watched crime happen in Chicago up to the extent to where someone literally got on there from Black Lives Matter and they were sitting there robbing the stores and everything. And they sat there and heard this girl from Black Lives Matter say, yeah, we should be able to ID. They got insurance. These are our reparations. The girl pretty much just confessed to a crime. But did anything happen? No. They got the craziest stuff there. And I told you right now, folks, the minute they introduced that crime, that Safe T Act nonsense, it really got some Chicagoans' attention. It got some Illinoisan attention. Illinoisans, it got y'all attention, didn't it? When they just gonna let these criminals just do what they want to and then not to have no type of repercussions for none of the things that they do. Got y'all attention, didn't it? The only thing I don't like is the fact that why couldn't we get that disgusting billionaire, fat, nasty, stanky, unhealthy Prisker out? Maybe next time. Maybe next time I'll run. Maybe I'll run for governor next time. Because if they don't pick me, then they're racist, right? Huh? Oh, if they don't pick me, it's because I'm a downtrodden, disenfranchised Black man. Maybe I should use the race card if I run for governor of Illinois in the next 4 years to go against Pritzker. And the only reason why they want to elect me, maybe I should do the same nonsense too. Y'all know I would never do anything like that. I'm a person of integrity. Absolutely not. This disgusting individual as a human who went along with the crazy woke ideology has gotten her butt whooped. No matter how many times y'all say Beetlejuice, she ain't coming back. Let me go ahead and get into this. 2 candidates to emerge from Tuesday's first round of voting is Paul Vallis, a former public school executive, and Brandon Johnson, a county board commissioner, will advance to a runoff election on April the 14th. So you know what your boy is going to be doing. Oh yeah, I'm already getting calls. We're gonna research these individuals, Paul Vallis, and we're gonna research Brandon Johnson, and we're gonna see what they are about. If they come in here with their crazy ideology, if they come in there as people that are trying to be PC correct, and they may try to pull some stuff off just because they want to try to play both sides, nope, we're gonna come at them as well. And yeah, the race showcased the political divide that has emerged in some of America's largest, most liberal cities where hard-on-crime policies have increasingly resonated with voters. The contest for mayor is now narrowed to 2 candidates with starkly different views on policing and education. Mr. Vallis has portrayed Chicago as being in a state of turmoil under Mrs. Lightfoot leadership. With an endorsement from the local Fraternal Order of Police, he has run an aggressive campaign arguing that he can make the city safer, calling for bolstering the police force, improving arrest rates for serious crimes, and expanding charter schools. He says, the city clearly is in crisis and people want a crisis manager who can come in and focus on getting things done. Mr. Vallis said after casting his ballot in the elementary school gym on the South Side on Tuesday. Mr. Johnson, 46, a former educator who was endorsed by the Chicago Teachers Union, staked out a position to the left of Mrs. Lightfoot at one point, suggesting that he agreed with the movement to reduce funding to the police departments, though he later backtracked. So this could be one of them things where you might call somebody might be a wolf in sheep clothing, only to win just to have a name for themselves. We're going to see. At a polling place on Tuesday, Serena Maschio, 40, said she moved to Chicago from the suburbs in 2017 and was voting for mayor in the city for the first time. I'm voting for Brandon Johnson because instead of more police, he focused on more mental health needs, she said. He brings a different perspective. Miss Lightfoot, whose victory 4 years ago also made her the first openly gay person to leave Chicago. Look what it's done. Let me just go ahead and do a little rant right now. Let me do a little rant right now. First of all, let me not forget y'all super chats here. Brewski, thank you, sir. Says elected. I thought a bunch of Illinois residents just said Beetlejuice in the bathroom mirror 3 times. No, they said Bloody Mary. And they end up producing all those crazy, psychotic, far left-leaning radical feminists that kind of went out there with Bloody but JJ, and all that stuff. That's what they did. They said Bloody Mary, and that's what caused them to do all that. So yeah. But Dutch says, dude, where can I get that shirt? You can get this shirt on Teespring. I made these shirts. Yes, this was made and designed by me. Your boy made this. And check out the back. Yeah, buddy. See that? Yeah, unvaxxed and proud, pure blood. I got these shirts. I have a lot of these. I just got them in this week. And I've been wearing them everywhere. And you know what type of compliments I'm getting about that? People are, oh my God, where can I get? They're saying the same thing. Where can I get that shirt? And I lead them to mine. I'm not trying to do this because I'm trying to sell y'all t-shirts. I do this because this is what I wear. I wear what I represent. I go to the gym working out with this shirt on. I go everywhere working this out on. And I dare any of them in this city to look at me and act like you want to say something to me about it with your mask on your face. You're not going to be one of these Karens or Kens that's going to yell at me and think I'm going to sit there and I bet you they will not do it, because I will sit there and I will say stuff to you to the extent to make you want to put your hands on me, because I want you to do it so I can show you exactly what I will do to you. You want equality, you're going to get it. And I'm not just talking about if you were a female. I'm talking about if you old too. If you an old elderly person, I don't like you wearing that shirt. You're a disgrace, young man. I'm not going to hurt you bad, but I'm definitely going to push you down if you're really old. But if you're a middle-aged woman, middle-aged man, try me. I am not the one. I'm not a politician. You're not going to do that to me. Anyway, what I was getting ready to say to you guys is this. Check this out. Check game. Let me see if y'all still can hear me if I put the microphone down here. All right. Y'all still can hear me pretty good right now with the microphone right here? Y'all still can hear me? Y'all still can hear me? I'm waiting on somebody to say yes or something, because y'all making me think. Okay, appreciate that. Archangel and Linda Lane, appreciate y'all responding so fast. Okay, so check this out. What I was getting ready to say to you guys is this. This whole thing about like Lori Lightfoot and everything that she became in Chicago, do y'all know how stupid it is when you want to talk about equity? Equity is the reason why Lori Lightfoot is where she is, because a lot of people believe in equity. We are all not the same. We are all not intelligent. We are all not smart. We are all not in shape. We are not all fat. We're not all skinny. Everybody has levels. Equity says this: with everything that's going on right now that's considered to be woke, equity says put that there. Everybody should be able to do and be in certain positions, all because of equity. And look what happened when you chose equity. You get Kamala Harris. Check this out, everybody. We're going to do something really good. And good, we're going to do something. You know what we're going to do? We're going to think about the significance of the passage of time. And when you think about the significance of the passage of time becomes significant. And we're going to make sure that the significance of that goes through the passage of time. I wrote a bus before. That's what you get when you want equity. All because the lady so-called, she's not even an African American. She's Indian. She's Jindian. She's Jamindian. She's Indian and her dad is Jamaican. She's not even African American. And everybody, we got a black woman. I didn't know. You don't. You got a Jamindian. That's what you got. But look what equity has done. Equity got you people like Kamala Harris. Equity has gotten you people like Lori Lightfoot. Equity has gotten you the new lady that took the place of Jen Psaki. That's what that's got you. Just because a person is black, skin color. So skin color and sexual orientation will get you the job, but it does not mean that you are actually qualified for the job. That is the craziest thing in the world, because if that's the case, a lot of people that went to medical school and stuff like that should not have to go to medical school to be the doctor. I should just be able to go in there and be a doctor because I claim to be one. You should pick me to be a doctor because I'm trans and I am black, so I should be able to go in there and do the job of a doctor. No, whenever you apply for a job, you must meet qualifications. But right now, the way that they're pushing all this crazy woke ideology out there, which is a derivative of Marxism, this stuff is all about trying to push out equity. You should get the job just because. That's why I'm so glad that this news came out. But I was also going to do something else regarding the little mermaid, the little black mermaid, and also the little black Tinkerbell, which ain't going to do a goddamn on thing for black people at all. We have arrived. We have a black mermaid. We have a black Tinkerbell, which ain't going to do nothing for you black Negroes at all. What is it going to do? How is it going to enhance your life? Huh? What is it going to do? Well, we have representation for a movie. That ain't reality. See, that's what I'm saying. Just because you have representation in a fantasy movie does not mean it's going to change the reality of where you live at right now, dummies. But we got a black mermaid. She can swim. We can swim. And then we got Tinkerbell. We can fly. And what does that do for black people? What the heck does that do for black people? You still are representing something that is the ideas of a white person anyway. So, ooh, equity. Double Brewski with the $2 ball says, is she from the same tribe as Elizabeth Warren? Yeah, right. Because what is Elizabeth Warren? Is she Native American? Right. So here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Texas. Yes, Beetlejuice is out. Good on Chicago, but let's just hope, and I'm just being real, let's just hope that these people that are getting ready to vote right now, they vote in the right person. Because y'all, at the same time, I'm just going to be honest with y'all, this individual that they were talking about here earlier, Mr. Johnson, when he say his focus is not going to be really on the police but on mental health, I hope that what he is saying is not what I think we're saying. I hope we're not talking about letting everybody kind of get by and be able to do what they want to and get by and get off the leash and get a smack on the wrist because of the sake of them claiming that they got mental health issues. Because almost every goddamn person that lit up a school claimed to have had mental issues. Almost every person that raped a little girl, molested somebody, they had mental issues. All these criminals that are committing these crimes all of a sudden going, oh, well, you got mental issues. So any kid that did not have a father in a home and grew up in a single parent home, they're all going to have some type of predisposition of having mental illness. So therefore, we're going to probably give them a smack on the wrist. Absolutely 100% not. So I'm not saying that's what he's going to do. But a lot of people, like this lady said, I'm voting for Brandon Johnson because instead of more police, he's focused on more mental health needs. See, right now in Chi-Town, because we had such a huge drop in police, there ain't gonna be a such thing as more police. You're just gonna be possibly getting some of them back. No, Lori Lightfoot is done. She's done. It's down to 2 other people. Chicago has spoken. Now, here's gonna be my biggest issue. Are you Chicagoans, and y'all already know because I say this when I go and speak there, you cannot get rid of somebody like Lori Lightfoot and then vote somebody in that's going to pretty much come in and bring the same exact type of heat. Now I'm speaking Chicago legal. If she come in and bring the same type of heat, y'all didn't do anything different. A different person, a different body that's not Lori Lightfoot that still is pushing out the same exact type of narrative, rhetoric, ideology that she did. So you didn't change nothing. You have to completely get somebody in there that's completely different, that's completely the opposite of how you've always done it. And the only thing I'm saying this for is this. Y'all, can I be real? I have a inclination that they might do the same thing. I'm sorry. I hope they don't, but I just have a real bad issue that they're going to do the same thing because, again, I know a lot of folks that were trying to push me to get into stuff, but I know what I'm doing. I'm strategic and I'm very calculated when I do certain things, okay? A lot of people will run and try to get into some type of political position and go run for office to make a name for themselves without actually caring about the individuals. Those people can be bought off. I'm not saying it's about these individuals that beat Mayor Lightfoot out. Okay, so let me go back because some people are asking. The contest for mayor is now narrowed to 2 candidates with starkly different views on policing and education, Mr. Vallis and Mr. Johnson. Okay. Mr. Johnson, who was one of 7 black candidates, won over many political progressives, while Mr. Vallis consolidated support in more conservative neighborhoods. Mr. Vallis was the only white candidate in the race. Chicago has roughly equal numbers of black, white, Hispanic residents. And I'm just going to say anybody that's coming in there as a conservative, that will be the route that I'm going to go. But at the same time, that conservative, I would have to know what Mr. Vallis is going to bring. Is going to be different than Brandon Johnson. It says in the days leading up to the election, Miss Lightfoot, I thought it was Mrs. Ain't she married? I don't know. Miss Lightfoot remained hopeful that she would secure a spot in the runoff, despite a clear loss in support. She told voters that crime was on its way down. You can't come in there talking about crime. Chicago. I'm not gonna call y'all my home sweet home because it wasn't nothing sweet about living there, but my home damned home. family that still live there. I'm not hating on y'all. Y'all know when I talk to y'all, I always push for y'all to get away, don't I? And I don't tell y'all, oh, just move outside of Chicago and something. No, I be telling y'all, drive somewhere an hour away from it, get away. But I get some people just kind of got that. I get it. But can you believe this ridiculous statement? In order to try to save her butt, she turns around and says, crime is on its way down. Oh, yeah, because you mean when Chicagoans and Illinoisans got tired? I'm so glad. This is what I say. My wife hates internet. My wife would tell you all along she can't stand social media. She think the internet is the devil. Seriously. She think that the internet is the devil. Dude, I just turned a young 41 years old. Y'all hold on for a second because this light is blinding. Give me one. All right. I like this a lot better right here. Okay. So check this out. So Terrence says, how's Decatur, Illinois? Isn't that where you live? No, you crazy. Heck no. No. I wouldn't, dude. I would never live in Decatur. I said it once when I got away from Decatur, I made a vow I would never live in Decatur. Ever. No way. So check this out. In the days leading up to the election, Mrs. Lightfoot remained hopeful that she would secure a runoff despite a clear loss of support. She lost support because people were tired of all this nonsense that she was doing. She was trying to make it seem like all the crazy stuff that was going on in Chicago was not true. All the crazy things that were going on in Chicago was not happening. People sat there and watched folks getting robbed, seeing little kids getting murdered on cameras from like different gas stations and such like that. And she was still, oh, that's not what you think. You see, they want to paint us to look back. Why the Chicago Bears leaving? Huh? Why they leaving? Miss Unconventional with the $2 ball. Appreciate you, sis, and God bless you for this. Says Lightfoot, I'll take delusional for 200. Exactly. Exactly, sis. Michael Graham says 695 murders in Chicago in 2023. There's a downtick in the uptick. Exactly. Last year, only 800 people were murdered. We were already at 695. Look, dude, here's the thing. Let me finish getting to this. This says she told voters that crime was on its way down. Homicides and shootings had in fact decreased in 2022 from the peak during the pandemic. But in 2022, robberies, thefts, and burglaries increased from the year before, leaving many Chicagoans unsettled about the direction of the city. In the Beverly neighborhood on the south side of Chicago on Tuesday, Megan Hayes, a 40-year-old mother and lifelong city resident, said crime was the biggest issue facing the city. Although she voted for Mrs. Lightfoot in the last election, she said she was disappointed in the mayor's performance. I don't think she managed the city very well, this lady said, because she didn't. She didn't manage a thing. All she did, she got orders from fat, stanky, nasty, sweaty Pritzker, and she carried out what he said. And all because she was a black woman, folks act like they couldn't say nothing to her. White folks, I'm just being honest. Y'all seem like y'all was scared to say stuff about Lori Lightfoot in Illinois as well. Well, if I say something about her, I'm going to be called a racist. So what? You called a racist without even opening your mouth because everybody got y'all on believing this crazy white guilt nonsense. You are already, man, you are already being put on this guilt trip of being white and having white privilege and having all this dumb nonsense that they got y'all to believe, and all of a sudden they made y'all feel like y'all had white guilt. So you might as well go ahead and speak the truth, because they got the rest of these crazy woke snow cone color haired social justice warriors crew folks going out there calling y'all racist anyway. So you might as well go ahead and speak the truth. If you are in this chat right now, do me a favor real quick. Hit that like button right now. There are 500 some odd people in here and only 400 some likes. So please hit that like button for me so this video can be circulated, because YouTube is not going to let this video be circulated. Bob K. Mitt with the $5 says, ding dong, Beetlejuice is out. Absolutely. Absolutely. We got Scott who said, this channel is great. I found it, brother. You are 100% correct. You need a mayor. Is completely different from thank God Beetlejuice is gone. Yes, absolutely gone. So she said, I don't think she managed the city very well, because Mayor Lightfoot did not, y'all. She did a terrible job. And not only that, anybody, especially this particular news reporter, anytime somebody questioned her, especially these reporters, she came down with the wrath and had them thrown out. All right, let's see. I Assault Antifa says, he says, enjoying my white guilt and badass life at my home in Hilo, Hawaii. Thank you for being based. Aloha. Appreciate that. Always. I'm not scared of these folks. Raven Reborn with the $10 ball. I really appreciate the donation there. God bless you for that. Yes. Bye-bye Beetlejuice is what KB said. Me too. Blah, that's what WS90 says. Amen. Chicago, y'all did the right thing. Yeah, they did the right thing so far. Net 2000 man says, really? Lori Lightfoot lost the election? Glory to God. Now I pray that my brothers and sisters in Chicago stop getting killed. In Jesus' name I pray. Father God, please save my brethren. Well, here's the thing. I got to be real with you, Net. In Chicago, it's a matter of if they really do want to be saved. For the last 2+ years, ever since I went viral for speaking out against critical race theory, a lot of people was like, wait a minute, this dude grew up in Chi-Town, son. He moved to another city that was like Chi-Town. He came out, got into medical school, got 2 degrees and everything. This dude is on to something. Let us hear what he got to say. Maybe he is on to something. Some folks let their pride down. Let me listen to what this young man is talking about. Get there, start spitting stuff out, talking to them, have some speaking events up there in Chicago and whatever. And guess what happened? Folks started listening. They seen that I was genuine. They seen that I was telling the truth. For one, they seen that I was not trying to do anything, because they seen that based off of what I do as a living and the different things that I do, they see that I was not out there trying to get no money out of them. When they sat there and seen how sincere I was about how I am on YouTube, I showed them I don't make any money for YouTube, because every videos I put up, most of the time they get demonetized. They seen that I was not this so-called grifter, because I make my own money. I have my own lucrative, great career, and I don't need money from anybody, period. But at the same time, I'm not stupid to where people say, dude, because of what you do and how you were blessing us with your words and what you bring to us, how can I support you? I'm not going to deny anybody that wants to bless me at all. At the same time, you don't see me going around begging and asking for it. Okay. So when they see things like that, they see, well, wait, he don't want nothing out of us, but then yet he's helping us. Yet he's spitting out knowledge. Yet he's spitting out wisdom. Yes, he's bringing the truth. This dude is about righteousness. This dude seems to be doing something right. Everybody that's trying to hate on this dude, even that looks just like him, something's different about him. The dude's been married going on 22 years. This June will be 22 years for me being married. He got 2 sons that he raised. His sons, they got their heads on. It's not like no celebrity kids that got caught in the club and nothing like that. This dude seemed to have together. Let's listen to what he has to say, because apparently he's doing something right. And apparently what we've been doing have not been working. That's what they did. They listened. But at the same time, getting rid of Mayor Lightfoot is one step. The next step is getting ready to vote in these next 2 candidates. One has more of a Democratic background. One has more of a conservative background. And I just kept on telling them, just Try something you've never tried before. Just do it. If we get it wrong, you can come back and call me crazy. Say, Ty, you messed us up. Yada, yada, peanut butter. All right. Raven Reborn with a $5 ball says, as a straight white guy, I am constantly on blast by the left. So the threat of more of that isn't going to keep me silent. Good on you. Good on you. What, folks, listen to this. Listen to this. Let me tell y'all something. This may sound terrible to a lot of y'all, but white people, as a black man, last time I checked, I would not be able to be in y'all position right now. I would be like, okay, hands off. I do this to black people. Y'all, the way that they're coming at y'all, I'll be like, I'm done with black people. Dan Holmes says, pump the brakes. Is this going to help the rest of Illinois? I live down here, and until voting removes the cancer of shy and represent the rest of us, we cannot go anywhere. You are absolutely right, because you already know, Dan, if you in Illinois, you know Illinois was lit up red, wasn't it? Illinois was lit up red. But that county up there in Chicago, Cook County, I'm just now starting to get into politics. I'm like a fresh meaning to it, 2 years in, and I'm that's fresh. But I'm still trying to understand how such a small county up there in Chicago can have so much influence in regards to a governor. Because if you go back and look at that map, Illinois was lit up red like crazy. But I think it's Cook County up there. They have so much. I don't know how that stuff even all works. But no, you're absolutely right. So hopefully this is something that might be moving in the right direction. No, this is what I'm saying. It might be something that's moving in the right direction, because here's the thing. If whoever this next mayor is, if this next mayor that gets in there, if they get in there, and I'm not trying to make no comparison, because this man is a great governor, in my opinion. I'm talking about Ron DeSantis. Some of y'all may hate him, some of y'all don't. I'm just saying, if this next mayor that gets into this position, if they get in there and they start just going in there gun hoeing, not caring about being called no names, being called racist, being called any of that, if they go in there and take care of business, and Chicago gets turned around, you know that's going to bring people's attention to that. But I'm telling you right now, Governor Pritzker is going to try to do everything in his power to try to do completely the opposite. And that's why in this particular case, I think the conservative is a white individual. I think Mr. Ballas is a white guy, and Mr. Johnson is a black guy. Go figure. But I hope that we are not getting ready. Chicago family up there. Y'all know it. I've been telling y'all, go talk to your neighbors. Y'all been doing it. I thank y'all for that. But please continue to do the same thing y'all been doing by saying we're going to do it for the right reason. We're not going to be trying to put a person in position because of this crazy Marxist ideology of equity. Well, Chicago, because y'all, come on, Chi-Town. I broke it down to y'all and showed y'all. Look, ladies and gentlemen, they're listening right now. Up in Chicago, when I went there and spoke, I was showing them how all these different public offices up there all had black representation. I mean, the goddamn executive of the public waterworks was black. The electrical company was a black man. I mean, the electrical company vice president and president were black. Like the committee was black. The dang board was black. The school district superintendent, all these black people was there, and yet Chicago was still doing absolutely terrible with all this black representation. So what I'm saying is this goddamn equity stuff and just voting for people because they look like us, that's the dumbest thing in the goddamn world. Tell me this. How many black doctors do you know? Huh? When you go to the hospital, black people, how many black doctors is up there in Chicago? I know a lot of them. And I mean, even though I know a lot of them, like a lot of them, but there's not a lot of them. So when you go to the hospital, I ain't going to get treated by nobody unless they black. We need some black representation. And most of the black doctors you go see, they Indian and African, not African American. Not a lot of them. So what are we talking about? You don't care what your doctor is like, do you? No, you want to know what you want to know? Is this doctor going to do the best job to treat me with this ailment I got going on? What if the black doctor that you want to treat you is not a specialized primary care physician? Maybe he's in orthopedics. Maybe he's in gynecology. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's a kidney doctor. Maybe he's an ear, nose, mouth, and throat doctor. He don't treat the ailment that you got going on, so you got to go see that white. You go, well, because that doctor is white, I ain't gonna go and see him. I'm just gonna die. No, you don't. So what I'm saying is this: just because somebody looks just like one of us, that gives no precedence as why you should vote for them. That's the stupidest, dumbest thing in the world. Double Brewski with the $2 ball. God bless you for that. He said Oregon is the same. 3 lefty counties ruin our vote. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yep. See, most of the county is red except for those major metro areas that have the voting power. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Look, I hear you right there. Look, no more me says at this point, we can't trust any doctor. I hear you. Look, I said it about my own fellowship, my own creed, my own kind. A lot of them don't. All right, so Miss Lightfoot had pointed to investments in long neglected neighborhoods and made the case that the city had emerged from the pandemic in a strong position. God dang on lie. Use a god dang on lie. Can y'all imagine being this happens so much. Can you imagine being a Chicagoan? Can you imagine being a Chicagoan? Knowing you seeing people. I mean, it was happening when we were kids. Chicago was and still is crazy. But yet you got a mayor there saying, no, our crime is down. Our cities are doing, dude, the neighborhood that we even lived in for the short while that we lived there, the neighborhood that we lived in ain't changed. Cabrini Green, oh, they tore it down, then they put some new stuff there, but the people didn't, what good did it do? What good did it do? You gave the same crazy lunatic out of their mind, gangster, thugged out, crazy black folks new facilities, and what did they do with it? What did they do with it? White people, if y'all are still trying to do things to help black people, y'all have lost your mind. I am being so real about this. If I was white, I would be like, okay, I'm done. I'm serious. If I'm done. Let me be clear when I say this though, because some folks not going to take this right. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. Some of y'all, when I go, y'all don't follow me when I go to different panels and I'm talking to other black people that think just like I do. And I'm being real with y'all. We, as certain black intellects who have come from crazy backgrounds and done something with our lives, we will tell you all day long, we do not associate ourselves with N-words. And I'm not talking about the ers. I'm talking about we don't associate. I'm going to say ninjas. We don't associate ourselves with ninjas. There's a difference between black people, black folks, and ninjas. We're not trying to go out there and help and change the world for ninjas when it comes to these thugs, when it comes to these hoodlums, when it comes to these murders, robberies, gangbangers. We don't associate ourselves with them at all. So when we talk about the black community, I'm not talking about any of them in there whatsoever. None of that. We are talking about specific blacks that have a specific mindset that's trying to do something with themselves. That's who we're trying to help. If there are any black people out there that's part of this whole woke ideology and that's crazy rhetoric, we leave them ninjas alone too. I'm telling y'all, this is what a lot of successful black men and women, this is what we do. We don't even associate. Well, Ty, they need help too. They don't know they don't because they don't want it. We do this. So white people, y'all, I'm trying to give y'all I'm trying to give y'all some knowledge here. If you want to help black people, only help the ones you see that is absolutely 100% trying to do something to help themselves. If you're trying to help the ones that come from single parent homes and they just have bad things going on, oh, he needs love. No, he don't. You need to leave him alone. I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be a waste of your time, a waste of your energy, a waste of your money. Shout out to Chaotic Truth Live and Porch Session. That's right. I don't even know if they even in here. Porch Session, if he in here. The Porch Session, if he in here. Shout out to you, bro. Y'all go check him out. It's called The Porch Session with Uncle Tom and also Chaotic Truth Live. If there's anybody in here that like this type of dialogue with individuals that think just like we do, those individuals, those men, they're black too. Go check out their channel. It's called Chaotic Truth Live. And the other one is called The Porch Session. But this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Do not help certain kind of black people. If you see them talking about the disenfranchised, Oh, they come from poor neighborhoods. Oh, the reason why crime is so high there because they don't have this and that, la, 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 la. Help the ones that actually is doing something with themselves. I promise you right now, I don't even know if he's in here, but if you're in here listening, Dr. Becton was like the awesome father to me. Dr. Wendell Becton. He was like, I guarantee you, Dr. Becton would have probably disassociated himself with me if I would have still been trying to be in the streets and been thugged out and trying to do all. Dr. Becton would have clearly cut them ties. I promise you. But why did Dr. Becton stick around with Ty Smith? Because he saw that I was on the road to doing something with myself. So he pushed me. He encouraged me. He prayed for me and he prayed with me. He helped me financially, spiritually, emotionally. But if I was to do something else besides the opposite of the direction that he felt I should have been going, he would disassociate himself. What am I saying that for? If you were sitting here feeling like, oh, the black people, no, the ninjas, no. Because we black people don't associate ourselves with them. Are y'all listening? Black men and women of a certain type of caliber, we do not associate ourselves with these particular type of black people in the ninja community with a certain type of mindset. I promise you. That's why I got the cup already. Call me Uncle Tom. Call me what you want to. But I know what I'm doing. The individuals that want to get off of the mental plantation, those are the ones that I talk to. But the ones sitting back, no, I heard it up north. They killed peoples up there too. I heard that when Wata tried to get away, they caught him and they pulled him back and they beats him up north and they sends him back down. I ain't trying to leave Massa. I stays here on this plantation here. This where I stay because I safe. Although Massa does what he wants to our wives and to our children, but Massa feeds us. Massa gives us welfares. He gives us extra food stamps. Massa gives us a cellular phone. But yeah, I understand we were roaches and mice and we don't got the best water. I understand that our buildings are ran down. I understand we got roaches and so forth. But at least Massa gives us a place to stay. But I ain't fixing to get off this mental plantation, go up north with your other black folk, because I heard some things. I don't associate myself with people like that. Negro, please. Who wants to get off the mental plantation? You want to get off the mental plantation? You want to get off? Come with me. Let's go. I'm going to show y'all that everything they're telling y'all right now is absolutely untrue. There ain't no goddamn on white man on the other side of this dang on invisible wall over here of fear. There is no systemic thing that's going to keep you from wanting to become a doctor. Are you blind? Chicago. All kind of folks like me and other folks have made it out of there. What do y'all think we done? You got luck. I hate when people say that dumb BS. I got lucky. No, I got a brain and I started thinking. I got eyes and I started looking. And everything that I was being told and taught was not true. So I want to go over here. And if it's not true, I can always come back to the hood. Y'all feel me? If all this crazy nonsense that was going on in Chicago with the rhetorics of, oh, systemic racism and, oh, white people going to keep you down. Oh, white privilege is reason. Oh, black people don't get the same opportunity. Oh, Ty, you're going to have to work twice as hard. All that goddamn on BS. When I crossed over that invisible wall of fear and I saw the other side, I'm like, dude, wait a minute. These white people in medical school had to work just as hard as I did. These white people going through college had to get a grade just like I did. These white people had to go to tutoring just like I did. What the heck are y'all? But if I would have went over there and it was exactly like what the hood said, I would have went back to the hood and said y'all was right. But guess what? You're not right. You're completely wrong. And if you crazy, minded, downtrodden, ghetto-minded, ghetto-rats, minded black Negroes want to stay there on that mental plantation, then I am not talking to you, nor do I associate myself with you. And that's why when y'all say things like, you may be skin folk, but you ain't kin folk. Nigga, so what? I don't associate myself with folks like you. Oh, what am I going to do? They told me that I'm not kin folk. They said I might be skin folk, but I'm not kin folk. What am I going to do? I only want to live. Negro, please. I do not represent you. When I say I don't represent you as far as the black community goes, I don't represent those type of black Negroes in the black community. I don't represent no dang on thugs. I don't represent the gangsters. I don't represent the street Negroes, the street nigga. I don't represent none of y'all, nor do I associate myself with you. So who cares if you call me a sellout? Yes, thank you. But I'm not there in that mental plantation. Who cares if you say you're trying to be like white people? I don't give a good goddamn don't care what excuse you come up with, because your dumb black self is still standing in the hood talking about, man, these white folks are there. The reason why we can't get ahead because they purposely put stuff in place so we can't make it out of here. Victim mentality. Stay your butt on the plantation. Keep on getting what master is giving you for free to keep your dumb self there. Say what you want to about me. So what I'm saying is for, because these are the type of things that I say to black people when I go to these speaking engagements. I do get some pushback. And the only time I get pushback, people try to yell at me in the crowd, whatever like that. But guess what I do? Because I'm strategic. I learned this from Jesus. People that are in a crowd are completely different when you're talking to them individually. You hear me? People that are in a crowd are completely different. They talk to you on an individual level. I find out most of the time people end up getting pissed off at me and mad at me and calling me a sellout and Uncle Tom and a coon. You want it because I spanked them. No, nobody likes getting a spanking. Children, you spank them. They mad at you because you spanked them. But then when they actually sit there and think about what you said to them, it's like, oh, well, yeah, you were right. I was wrong. But most people get pissed off and mad at me and want to start throwing these crazy slanders at me is because I spanked them with my words, and they didn't like that. You shouldn't be saying stuff like that, does you shouldn't. But whatever I said, forget about what I said and how I said it. What I said, was it true? Was it true? No, it ain't, because, how many generations have you been in the hood? Sir, you've been in the hood for how long? I mean, I've been on this block for 50 years. And what have you seen, sir? I've seen them getting killed. I've seen them getting robbed. I've seen people getting raped. I've seen people shooting up crack in front of the But yet I made it out, and you trying to tell me I got it wrong? Yeah, man, because see, you can't say things like, see, what does that mean? What does that mean when you say stuff like that? You can't say stuff like that. Why? Because you don't want this spanking. You can't say, I don't, look, I'm being honest with y'all. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you the truth. They get mad because you spank them. You always talking bad about black. No, I talk bad about black people with bad behavior. I will talk bad about white people with bad behavior. I will talk bad about Asian people with bad behavior. Quit trying to make it about race, because that's what you have been taught subconsciously to keep on constantly saying and reciting over and over and over again. Quit focusing on the fact that I'm black and you black and I'm saying something about black people. How about I'm a man and you're a man, I'm a man and you're a woman, and I'm saying something about bad behavior. I'm saying something about bad attitudes. I'm saying something about bad character. You always bring down the black community. I'm talking about behavior, fool. Are you not smart enough and logical enough to even see that? I told people that when I was raising my sons, I spanked them. A lot of black people in the black community spank their children. Do we sit there and say things like, hey, man, it's wrong to be spanking them children, man, because them kids black? Those are black kids. You should, come on now. This is what I'm saying. Subconsciously, you have been made to focus on race so much that if you are being corrected, discipline, you instantly will revert to somebody trying to usurp some type of superiority over you. And then your defense against that is bringing up your skin. White people, if you say something in opposition to black people, they're going to try to say it's something to do with race, and you're trying to bring your white superiority on them. If you disagree with a black person and check them and set them straight, they're going to try to say you're being racist, blah, blah, blah. If I, Ty Smith, as a black man, correct somebody that's black, they're going to pull the race card on me too. You know what they do? They start calling me a Porsche Negro, a house Negro, a coon, a Uncle Tom, because their only defense is race. Otherwise, they have nothing intellectually to say to rebuttal you correcting them on certain things that they do. You have to quit falling for that. And any of you out there right now that's listening to me right now, you white and you got white guilt, you're a jellyback to me. I'm just keeping it real with you. You are a jelly back to me. Hit that like button right now if you're in here and you're enjoying this stream right now. I really appreciate it if you would all do that. Hit the like button so this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. They're going to demonetize the video. I do not care. I do not care. People hate hearing the truth when their cards are being pulled. People hate being spanked when they're getting in trouble for behaviors and characteristics and attitudes that they have. I have not been treated worse by any race of folks than my own so-called community. I got called the worst names by my community. I'm talking about before I even got into all this. I'm talking about just growing up in the streets and growing up in the hood. I got called all kinds of stuff by my own kind. Not one, I can't think of one white person that ever said something to me that was considered to be racist or even close to it. I cannot, but you know what I receive it from? My own kind. I had more racial slurs said to me by black people in the last 2 years than I had. I mean, my God. And all because I'm sitting there and I'm pulling your card and I'm shedding light on the darkness and what you're doing. You're going to call me an Uncle Tom and a coon because I'm speaking up for righteousness and I'm trying to protect the children's minds. But I'm an Uncle Tom. I'm a coon. King Colin Ford with the $5 ball says, great show, man. Hey, I9, I appreciate that, my friend. Double Brewski says, according to the Biden scale, your blackness is primarily determined by your ability to vote for him, despite your inability to use the internet. You know, I mean, even right now, I don't even know why I'm even doing this, Rod Brewski, because according to him, I shouldn't be able to do this. I'm a special kind of black. I am a transcendent black because I know how to use the internet. And if he heard me talk and he feels that I might articulate well, I might be a double super saiyan transcendent black. And then he might knock me down another notch when he find out that I didn't vote for him. I'm not scared, folks. I'm not scared. This stuff don't scare me. I'm voting for righteousness, period. Plain and simple. Lori Lightfoot deserved to be booted out because she was absolutely terrible. They didn't even tell you. My family up in Chicago sent me pictures. Then when Lori Lightfoot showed up, whenever that police officer, I think it was a female, when she got shot because they were just pulling some kids over, she got shot. When she showed up to go see that police officer, all the police officers turned their back. When she tried to greet them and shake their hands, they turned their back to her, rightfully so. Oh, well, see, they don't like the fact that I was a black trans woman. I'm a black lesbian, and that's the reason why, because we get no respect. That's why we catch. So don't try to turn this into you being lesbian and black. You are a terrible mayor, and you deserve the treatment that they gave you. Plain and simple. Your behavior, again, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all don't listen to anything that I said tonight, remember this. Anytime any one of those folks of the alphabet community or any one of them folks of the color community use that as their defense, understand the reason is because you got them. They have nothing intellectually or factual to say to rebuttal you bringing in the truth. And that's why their only defense mechanism is to cry out transphobic, homophobic, racist. And if you are a man and you coming at them and you talking like I am right now, toxic masculinity. If you are a man and you say things like, I am not equal to no women and never would y'all ever be equal to women. I will never be equal to a woman. We men are stronger than y'all. We are natural. If you even try to pull the thing on saying you're misogynistic, you can say what you want to. I don't care. I know how I move. I know my purpose, and I'm going to continue to do it. Don't try to use these words, these bulletproof points, this brochure that you read that tells you respond this way if the guy is being a real man. Call him toxic masculine. Respond this way if this man just takes over and do X, Y, Z. Call him misogynistic. If this man corrects you and says that biologically you are a real man, call him a transphobic. If this man tells you that he doesn't agree with your lifestyle, even though you're the one that put it out there for the whole world to see, call him a homophobic. If this person right here disagrees with what you say and they correct your behavior and they say no excuses, call that person a racist. Come on now. Come on now. On Tuesday, which is today, Mayor Lightfoot greeted Chicagoans outside a grocery store and a sandwich shop on the west side, telling them that she was hearing from voters who were fearful of Mr. Vallis and his views. Lie, 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 lie. She mad because Mr. Vallis, and I'm just gonna tell y'all, I met him before. I met him at an event. There, I met him. I can't say, I mean, you meet people. He was a nice guy when I met him. Talked to him. He told me how he enjoyed the CRT video. He enjoyed me as a person. He enjoyed me when I spoke. Mr. Vallis, they definitely not gonna like him because he's very pale. He's a pale white man. Not only that, his gold. I mean, when I met him, his gold tee was white. The man is pretty much bald headed, so they definitely not gonna like him. He not only is he white, but the man hair is white. His gold tee is white. Tina Marie, oh, and ain't that funny? Tina Marie, Tina Marie, a West Side resident who had just finished buying groceries when she spotted Miss Lightfoot, said she was impressed by the mayor leadership during the pandemic. She said when the pandemic broke out, her and the governor shut Chicago down. Said Miss Marie, a retired department store worker. She said there was no telling where we would be if they hadn't shut Chicago down. Chicago would have kept thriving. The number of deaths and all that would not have no significant impact or change because you shut stuff down. Shutting down during the pandemic did not do a freaking thing except rob small businesses of their revenue. Double Brewski, appreciate the $5 super chat right there. Says black lesbian, he said, are not the job qualifications outside of adult films. Oh my God, dude, you nuts. Shannon with the $5 ball, appreciate that, and God bless you. Says, if your most important trait is your sexuality or race, you failed at being a human being. But that's what they're definitely pushing now. Shannon, that's what they're pushing. That's what it's all about. That's why when Jean Cadden Perez got into, she said, I'm lesbian and I'm black. I mean, oh my God. Oh my God. TT. Hey, TT. Yeah, you kind of, hey, wait a minute. No, that's not you. You actually look like one of my aunties up there. That's why I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute for a second there. Says, watch from Chicago. Loving it. Raven with the $5 ball said, I get so tired of the terms transphobe, homophobe, or misonymous terms. They don't mean what the left think they mean. No, they don't. The left know, hey, you know what? The left knows what they mean. They just purposely want people to go out there and regurgitate the words. People call me homophobe. I'll just shut up. You know, good and dang well, I'm not homophobic. That's just your defense mechanism. Shut up. You have nothing to say against what I just got done saying, nor do you have any factual proof or evidence to disapprove what I just got done saying. So when they call me homophobic, I say, no, you're a straightophobic. No, you're a factophobic. No, you're a truthophobic. And I don't like you. You truthophobic, factophobic. I throw it right back at their face. I play the same game they play, and they don't like it. It's the equivalence. It's the equivalence. Y'all ever seen a baby cry and you're like, eh, and then you do it back at the baby will stop and look at you like, and then you go, and they'll just stop and look at you like, that's what I do to them. You're transphobic. You're a factophobic. Dude, you're a homophobic. Dude, you are a straightophobic. I'm throwing it right back at you. No, I'm not. Yes, you are, because you hate people like me because we can enter a woman and have children by them, and you can't, no matter how hard you try. You smashing dudes, and y'all will never be able to have a baby. How does it feel having them little bitty tadpoles swimming up your butthole, huh? That's how I would throw it right back at you. I want you to feel stupid. I want you to feel down. I want you to feel hurt by the words I say to you because I'm telling you the truth. You want to come at me that way? I'm going to give it right back to you. I will not accept it. I will not feel bad. I will not get into, oh, I'm not going to say nothing because I'm going to flame you right back. That's why y'all never come at me. You already know. I don't just flaunt this stuff up here when I'm out and about, go to speaking engagements. You guys have come up to me and you said things like, dude, you are a hoot. You are a complete hoot. I don't agree with everything that you say on there. And like when you're talking to me, when you're doing your videos, I'd be like, oh my God, I can strangle you. But no, man, I mean, like, I'm just saying, that's what I say, like metaphorically. I wouldn't do that to you. You know, I know you won't. Well, I mean, that's not what I meant, but I know. I'm just telling you, I know you won't. I'm just being real. Just being real. So again, Raven with the $5 ball again says, in order, they would truly mean an irrational fear of change. And what's this? Wait a minute. You got irrational, an irrational fear of change, an irrational fear of sameness. I think you're trying to say irrational. I don't know, because if that is a word, that's a new one on me. TT from Chicago says a lot of stores have closed up in the downtown and surrounding areas. Crime is rampant. Oh, I know, sis. I know it is. I know it is. I got family them that will send me emails, taking pictures of different stores down there. Whenever those stores shut down, folks, I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can go and look at the dang on stats for yourself. That demic did absolutely nothing. They have proved that locking down schools, locking down business did not do anything to stop the spread, to slow the spread. It did absolutely nothing. Nobody wants those statistics. They sat there and did this thing out of fear. You want to know why? Because of the greatness of America and what it all stands for when it comes to being the land of the free, land of opportunity. They took that away. The middle class was doing really good. The economy was really good. And this thing that was purposely done from China. Look it up. Evidence, they got it. It's all out. It's out in the open now. It was leaked from where it was leaked from. It's all out. We've been knowing this for the longest. We've been knowing that you have, depending on your age, you have most ages had a 90-some+% chance of surviving it. And that's why, boom. Did y'all know that a lot of my colleagues, doctors, nurses, did y'all know a lot of folks we didn't, this is us. Did you know that? Yeah. And you want to know what else? That's us too. That's us too. Yeah, that's us too. A lot of us didn't get this. Absolutely not. On the South Side, Lindsay Ramirez, a 47-year-old medical worker and Lightfoot supporter, said crime would continue to be a problem for Chicago no matter who won the election. Cap. Straight cap. That's a goddamn on lie. This is what I'm saying. This just shows me the ignorance of these individuals. Because you like somebody because they have a certain look or a representation, you will say anything to defend them despite the fact that the abuse is there. You have Stockholm syndrome. You have Stockholm syndrome. Mayor Lightfoot sat there and put an ordinance in place that if police happen to be with criminals and see a crime, if the criminal run, you can't pursue them. Governor Pritzker with this whole safety act. I'll raise you another one, my fellow Black Americans in Chicago and Illinois. Talk about that law that Pritzker took away, that now you don't have to disclose to your partner or a future partner or a possible partner that you have AIDS or HIV. You don't have to do that no more. And what community does HIV and AIDS affect the most? Anybody want to take a shot at it? You heard me right. Governor Pritzker took away the law that will force individuals to disclose to their possible partner, future partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, that they have AIDS. You had to. He took it away. And I ask again to those of you that are listening in here, what race of people is AIDS and HIV rampant upon? Huh? Well, it's going to be white people because they're the majority. Stop. I know y'all going to try to go with that. I know what you're going to try to go with that. It is high among Black people. For us to be 12%, I'll say we less than 12%. It is high amongst Black people. And now, let the Negroes kill themselves, pretty much is what he's saying. Let the Negroes wipe themselves off. Let the Negroes infect themselves. Let me take that law away. You no longer have to disclose to your partner, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, and whoever may possibly be your girlfriend or your boyfriend. You don't have to disclose to them that you got AIDS or HIV no more. And the population that has the most AIDS and HIV per percentage, Black people. But I'm the sellout. I'm Uncle Tom. I'm the Porsche Negro. So what I just got to disclose to you, doesn't that show you that I'm looking out for my own people? I know. I'm not. I'm just up here tap dancing. Tick, 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 tick. Come on, man. Come on. So what it does is just shows me that a lot of people are making comments like this is because of ignorance. This lady made a comment right here and says, there's not much a mayor can do about all these guns. She said, you'd have to be Superman to solve it. There was a man named Donald Trump who offered to send the National Guard there. No, Tyler, man, them gangsters in Chicago would get themselves annihilated. Do you understand what you're saying right now? Do you understand what a military is? No, man, but they got so many guns in Chicago. Dude, I don't care what you say right now. If they was to, no, I'm not talking about no martial law stuff. We're talking about the National Guard to be sent there to restore order. But you know what? Crime pays. It's a billion-dollar industry. That's why they're letting it go on. Why do you think they're letting it go on? They don't want the real help there. Folks get to talking all this crazy stuff all because you got some hardcore dudes out there with guns. They going up against the military. That wouldn't even be a fight. Do you understand what you're even saying right now? Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop. This says, but many voters says that they were unwilling to give Miss Lightfoot another chance, which, thank you, Chicago. Chicago mayors have wide-ranging powers, even compared with mayors in New York City and Los Angeles. They oversee the sprawling public transit system, police and fire departments, schools, parks, and other agencies. And when crime spikes or potholes go unfilled, Chicagoans tend to blame the mayor. Ms. Lightfoot, 60, faced a cascade of crises since taking office that went beyond public safety. In 2019, she clashed with the powerful teachers union, leading to an 11-day strike, the longest in decades. Then in 2020, the pandemic hit, sending unemployment soaring and leaving skyscrapers in the loop mostly empty of workers and Chicago businesses struggling to survive. And yes, they did. The economy has since rebounded, and downtown Chicago is attracting tourists and conventions again. Nah. Nah. People just kind of only see this. What I don't like. Don't say that it's attracting tourists again. No, people are coming out from the apocalypse. That's all. That's it. People are coming out from the apocalypse. Double Brewski with the $2 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. God bless you for that. Says solution is private citizens carrying guns. Ding, ding, ding. You already know I'm about that. You already know I'm about that. You know I'm about that. Mr. Vallis, who is 69 years old, enters the next stage of the race as the clear front runner, but a candidate who has at 3 times been dodged by ideological inconsistencies. He said in a television interview in 2009 that he considered himself more of a Republican than a Democrat. A strike against Mr. Vallis in the eyes of many voters, overwhelmingly liberal Chicago. Last week, the Chicago Tribune reported that Mr. Vallis' Twitter account had liked a series of tweets that used insulting and racist language. Mr. Vallis suggested that hackers were to blame. Jesus G. Garcia, a congressman and well-known figure in Chicago, ran a tepid campaign that failed to attract sizable support from progressives. Some voters remained unsure of who to back even as they approached the polls on Tuesday, but were confident of one thing. They were not in support of Mayor Lightfoot. That's what I'm talking about, Chicago. That's what I'm talking about, Chicago. That is what the heck I am talking about. The fact that y'all was not trying to put this crazy, maniac, unfit woman back in place. Thank you for doing that, Chicago. Thank you. Cousins, family, my old schoolmates, competitors. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Even though y'all don't know what to do with the ones y'all want to vote for right now, at least you got that chick out of there. Thank y'all. All right. Jimmy Cook, 66, who voted for her in the last election, said he would not do so again because of what he saw as her unsteady handling of both the pandemic and crime. Mr. Cooks, a retired Comcast contractor, said he was against seasoned politicians like Mrs. Lightfoot, Mr. Vallis, and Mr. Garcia. He said, we need new blood. Not just new blood. You need pure blood. No, let me stop. No, for real. We need new blood, new ideas, he said, adding that he likes the look of Mr. Johnson. Whoever wins is going to have a tough job, he said. See, let me tell y'all something about me. Let me tell y'all something about Ty Smith. I just did a video, and what I'm getting ready to say to you guys is something that I said to a lot of Chicagoans when I go up there and I speak. Doing the right thing that is going to be beneficial to people, it never seems to be the hard choice to make. I did a video yesterday explaining all the stages that kids go through, and I went through all the stages of types of disciplinary actions that would take place. I learned so much how to govern, how to rule, how to nurture, how to correct, how to discipline from simply being a father. And I said yesterday in the video that I did, being a father is not hard. In cases like what we're seeing right now, anything that's going to put people's mind at ease by tackling crime, and not only tackling crime, but being hard on crime to show the people we mean business. I do know it's just his first offense. He's going to do 5 years in jail, or he can go and do 2 years in the military. But he's only 13. Well, apparently he thought he was grown enough to go and rob somebody. Yeah, maximum 5 years. And no matter what, you are going to do a full year in jail. Dang, Ty. Yes. Yes. But he only stole a candy bar. Okay, well, he's going to do 6 months. But he needed to eat. Now, look. I'm not so crazy, folks, that I would think. Oh, of course, there's variables in there. Somebody that come from a certain type of background, they stealing so they can eat and they don't have nothing to eat. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the ones that are deliberately robbing people, breaking in cars, trying to break into somebody's house, playing a knockout game. Oh yeah, you wouldn't want me to be that person. I don't care what color you are. Mark Hendricks says, first time hearing you, Renaissance Man. I like your point of view. Just subbed and looking forward to hearing more. Keep up the great work, bud. Hey, I appreciate that and God bless you for that. And if you don't know who I am, Mark, I'm the guy that went viral for speaking out against CRT at a school board meeting. So yeah, that's me. Again, guys, for everybody that's in here right now, I really appreciate you guys all being in here. Double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, because YouTube does unsubscribe people from my channel. I guarantee you all 400 some plus people that are in here right now, all of you guys are not subscribed to my channel. I guarantee you that you're not. But do me a favor, it just takes you just to move your little mouse and click that like button. Click that like button so this video can be circulated within the YouTube world, okay? Really appreciate y'all for doing that. Again, for the ones that are talking about the shirt, this shirt can be found. If you're on my channel right now, if you scroll down this video, just look down, you should see something down there that shows like Teespring or something like that. That's where the shirts that I have right here, the shirt that I have on that I designed, this shirt can be found there, okay? So is the hat. My hat hasn't come yet. I got a hat that says hashtag pure blood on it. Kimberly Campbell said, do you think they'll get rid of Kim Fox now? I hope we do. I hope we do, because Kim Fox, if the very thing that people like to call folks like myself, Kim Fox is that. Kim Fox is a seller. Kim Fox is the one that put these things into place that allow criminals to go out and still wreak havoc. And the best analogy that I can give you guys is this. This is Kim Fox. Kim Fox is the owner of a vicious dog. And in her yard, she has a gate around her yard, but she leaves the gate open. Her dog gets out and viciously attack a person, it may viciously attack another dog. The police gets called. Who's responsible for that? You say, oh, in this case, her dog got out. We're going to let her slide a little bit. We're going to take her dog to the pound, do some blah, 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 blah. We're going to make her pay a fine. Kim is the equivalent of getting her dog back. And instead of locking up her gate so her dog won't get out and hurt anybody else, she opens it right back up so the dog can go out and do what the dog always done, viciously attack people. And then when it attacks somebody again, hey, come on now. This is the second time your dog attacked somebody. I know, but it's a dog, and but you left your gate open. Well, I know. I mean, is it really about the gate? So guess what? They take the dog away. They bring the dog back to Kim Fox, and guess what she does? I keep on saying Kim Fox. What the heck? I meant Kim Fox. I was about to say somebody else from Living Single, whatever her name is. But that's what she does. She gets the dog back and she fights to let the dog right back out. And the dog is going to continually and viciously attack people and other dogs. This is what they do in Chicago. Oh, let them back out. No bail. Somebody said, you don't see the t-shirt? Let me see something here. Give me a second real quick, guys. I'm going to see if I can go on my own channel and find it where I'm talking about. Oh, wow. They're not showing it. Wow. So give me a second here. I'm going to try to bring it up. I'm going to try to bring up another. You're right. They're not showing it. Let me see. Okay. So what you can do, if you guys go on my channel, or if you go to my channel, period, and let me just see if this is going to work. I'm just going to click on one of my random videos I did tonight, my reaction videos. Okay. So let me show you something real quick here. All right. I'm going to share this screen with you. I'm going to show you something real quick. Okay. So y'all give me a second here because I do want folks to see this. Okay. Okay. So you guys can see this right there. So if you go over to my channel and I'm going to take you back out. Here's my channel right here, right? If you go to my channel and you click on any one of these videos right here, when you click on video, you're going to see this right here. This could go to the video. When you scroll down, here it is right here. See this? It says Shop Modern Renaissance Man Store. Here it is right here. It can be found right in here. You go there and there's the hat right there that says Pure Blood on it. But that's where you go to. You can just click on that and that will take you to where the shirts and everything is. So that's how you do it right there. So I just wanted to show you that real quick. Okay. So appreciate it. If you buy a shirt over there, great. If you don't, great. I'm not doing this for no clout. I'm not doing this for any of that nonsense. Pure Blood hat is MAGA. No. The MAGA hat is MAGA. No, let me stop messing with y'all. I got this hat because this hat was given to me by Trump and is signed by his press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany. So I know some of y'all gonna be hating on that, don't want to see that. That's fine. That's fine. To each his own. Hate me for wearing it. Don't matter. I made my choice and I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not scared of it, et cetera, et cetera. Point in case being, folks, what Chicago just did tonight, hopefully it's going to speak volumes. Hopefully it's going to speak. Oh, yeah. Somebody like, dude, you got a MAGA hat? Yeah. Yeah. Not only that, you want to know what else? You want to know what Trump did? You want to know what Trump did? You want to know what Trump sent me for folks that hate him? Yeah. Your boy got sent that from Trump. Oh, wait. Y'all talking about, okay, hold on. Yeah, me and Kayleigh McEnany spoke on the same stage up in Chicago. Yeah. And so y'all know something else? For folks that might be crazy and sus, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm just a dude that thinks logically and vote righteously. Plain and simple. That's it. All these different things down there are different people I spoke with. Senator Ted Cruz, I spoke on the same stage he did. D'Souza. I'm just saying, I'm just the dude. I just want what's right for our people. I want what's right for America. Plain and simple. I don't care if you on the left. I don't care if you on the right. I just would like to see the truth, righteousness, and everything been done right to our fellow brothers and sisters in this land called America. That's it. You are not going to classify me. You are not going to box me. I cannot be boxed. I don't care. Don't call me a conservative. Don't call me a Democrat. Don't call me a liberal. I am none of those things. I am my own person with my own ideas. And all I know is that when I see something wrong, I'm calling it out. If I'm going to back it up with research and facts and statistics, that's what I'm going to do. Plain and simple. That's it. It's that simple, folks. Guys, I really, 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 really do appreciate you guys all being in here. I appreciate y'all comments off to the side. I know I'm not able to get to all of them. I appreciate the super chats. I appreciate you guys. Whoever's going to buy t-shirts, that's awesome. That's great. Just appreciate the support, plain and simple. If you have not hit that like button yet, make sure you hit that like button. I'm getting ready to close this thing out here in a little bit. Summary. Mayor Lightfoot is out. And Mr. Vallis, who seems to be conservative, is in. I'm pretty sure. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be getting some calls and some emails tonight from them. I'm pretty sure. And I'm not vouching for him. I'm not doing any, y'all see, I'm not vouching for him. I'm just saying, each individual up there in Chicago, make sure you guys, and I say this in the beginning of this video, make sure you vote based off of what is going to benefit everyone in Chicago. Everyone. If you see that a rhetoric is only being pushed just to benefit black people, we need diversity, equity, and inclusion. We need to focus more on black people. Focus more on black people. Run from that. I'm just being real. If Mr. Vallis was pushing that, run from that. If Mr. Johnson is pushing it, run from it. I do not care, because that's already showing division right there. And it's already showing that they playing the same games. I don't care if he's Republican. I don't care if he's Democrat. If they are pushing that rhetoric right there, somebody is pushing the game that the Democrats have been playing for a long time, pimping and tricking black people for the longest with that same rhetoric. Give us something free and we will vote for you. Give us something to focus only on us and we will vote for you. Give us something that will focus on us to say that you can make things better for us. Although we, for the past, I don't know how many generations, have not made any progress, we will vote for you. Run away from that. Do something different this time. Everybody heard this saying, if you do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, that's insanity. Well, guess what, Chicago? Tonight, you guys weren't insane. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's according to Obama. Folks, all of you that are in here, I appreciate you being in here. I hope, and I'm getting ready to end this, I hope and pray that every last one of you guys, okay, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting, because even though I do social media, I keep forgetting. I am on Instagram as Modern Renaissance Man, but the O in Modern Renaissance Man is a 0. I'm on Twitter as The Real Ty Smith. I am on Rumble as Modern Renaissance Man. The O is a 0. I am on TikTok as Modern Renaissance Man. The O is a 0. I have another YouTube channel called Man, Husband, Father, also known as MRM Ministry. Just to let y'all know that. Go over there and check that out. Follow me on all those. I pretty much put some of the same content on all of it. This channel itself right here is a channel that has a variety on it, from comedy, health, fitness, food, showing you how to change brakes, showing you how to change oil, showing you how to change a radiator. Whatever skills and talents that God has bestowed upon me, I try to bless you guys by putting it on this channel. Plain and simple. I thank you all, and I really do love you all, whether you agree with me or disagree with me. I just want the best for all of us. With that being said, I'm getting ready to close this thing out for real. Like most pastors got 3 closings. Folks, I'm Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man. And I hope and pray that every last one of you guys that's listening to me, I hope and pray that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.